Hi there, class. Welcome to AP Government. I'm Mr. Cambu, and what I'm going to do for you guys today is kind of walk you through a little bit about what the class is all about, how we're going to do things, and how you're going to survive this quarter and get through AP Government, successfully take the AP exam. First off, a little bit about myself. I grew up in the Bay Area and then moved down to Southern California to go to UCLA, got my degree in political science, and after graduating from UCLA, went on to do some work in politics. I was a lobbyist for a few years, then I worked as a campaign manager for a couple election cycles, and after getting that real world experience, moved on to get my teaching credential and went to Point Loma Nazarene, where I got my credential and my master's in education. I've been at West Hills for this is now my 17th year, and I've taught AP Government each one of those years, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys through this year's AP Government course. Now, I'm not going to spend any time going on and on about how this is different. It's not how we wanted it to be, and it's not what we expected. I'm choosing to look at this as an opportunity. We've got an opportunity to reimagine how we do the course, the teaching and learning aspect of it, how you interact with material. And so I'm going to embrace that opportunity and try to set you guys up for some success. I think my number one piece of advice for you is that you're going to get out of this class as much as you put into it. So there's a lot of different avenues that you can go through. I'm going to encourage you at all points to take advantage of any chance that we have to interact live and in communication, whether that's when we move to in-class meetings, when we do Zoom meetings, when we have discussion groups, things like that. This is a chance. We've got a curriculum here with AP Government where, yes, there's all the standard stuff you see here that you're going to be studying, but our curriculum's alive and happening every day. The news is a source of curriculum. And we have a president that makes news every day. We've got an election cycle. We've got a global pandemic that is showing us the balance of power between federal and national government. There are protests happening. And so you can't look at the news and not see our curriculum happening. So I encourage you to put into this and reach out and engage in any way possible. So for today, I just kind of want to walk you through some of the basics and show you some introductory materials. So we're in Schoology, and this is going to be our primary virtual classroom for the year, for lack of a better term. And I want to start you here with our introductory materials. So start here is the obvious starting place. So some things that you'll find when you get in here. You'll have the syllabus. You'll have the pacing guide. This is for our quarter 1 and 3 students. You'll have a link to my website. So let me just touch on a few things with the syllabus here. All right, let's get this to load. So it's going to talk about your reading materials and our classwork. So it says Wilson's American Government. That's a class set that I have as a reference copy in the classroom. It's not it's our official textbook for bureaucratic reasons, but you'll actually be using the AMSCO book here. And not only will you get a hard copy of this, but I've put a PDF version of every chapter into Schoology as you're working your way through it. We're also going to use Khan Academy as a resource, and we'll have foundational documents that you'll be required to read, as well as some Supreme Court cases. Our curriculum is broken up into 5 different topics: foundations of democracy, the interactions among the branches, civil liberties and civil rights. These will all be done in our first quarter together. And then Unit 4, American political ideologies and beliefs and political participation. Those will be done in our second quarter together. I'm all about using your days wisely and productively. That's going to be especially critical this year, as there's going to be a lot of time where you're outside the class and having to pace yourself and do your work. So make sure you're putting your effort in. And then the second thing is questions. Ask them all the time. Make sure you are engaging and asking questions. I'm not expecting you to learn everything just by reading something or watching a video. That's impossible. So make sure you're asking questions. That's what I'm here for. Use your time wisely, respect the opinions of others, and embrace the technology. So let's talk about expectations. What's a week going to look like for you guys? I've tried to embrace this opportunity of our new learning style by really trying to build in a routine so that it is pretty prescribed to you. You know, week in and week out what you're doing, what you're expected to do. So I've basically broken it down to one AMSCO chapter or one set of Khan Academy lessons per week. Now, based on timing, sometimes we might have to add a second one in, but I'll let you know that when it happens. But you'll have one chapter, and then you'll move on and we'll do some things where when we meet together on Zoom meetings or in class sessions, we'll practice writing for the AP exam, we'll do some mock trials, we'll do debates, simulations, and then targeted review work. As far as grading is concerned, remember that Infinite Campus is always the grade of record for this class. You might see something different in Schoology on occasion, but Infinite Campus is your grade. Got my standard grading scale, and I do a point system. So everything this year is going to be worth points, and your final grade will be determined by the number of points you earn divided by the number of points possible in the quarter. All right, current events, as I mentioned before, are important. Got the information on the AP exam here. That's our target. That's our goal, what we're working towards. So May 3rd, 2021. This is the standard format of the test. Now, it did change in 2020 when everyone went to distance learning. And if anything changes this year, as soon as I know, I'll communicate that to you. But this is what we're going to be practicing and prepping for. So a couple of words about the AP class and the way the curriculum is designed. Each College Board unit of study is designed to be built around essential knowledge. That's your vocabulary, your court cases, your need-to-know stuff. Then there are learning objectives. What are you expected to be able to do with the concepts and content? And then what are the enduring understandings? So with that in mind, what I've done is, as I said, I broke it down into one chapter, one group of lessons from Khan Academy each week. I'll show you the pacing guide in just a moment for the quarter, and then you're ready to share out what you're doing. Now, a couple things here. Notes. Notes are personal to you. So you're going to take notes as you see fit. I will provide you with a note-taking guide that's kind of like a question and answer type thing, but notes are personal. So you do them as you see fit. I'm not going to grade them. I'm not going to assess them. I'm not going to tell you you're writing too little, too much, but I can give you feedback. What I instead assess you on are two things. One pagers, and there's a template that I have set up for you that I'll show you a different time. And then I have quizzes. So all of that is how I check and assess your work.